Hi everyone, and welcome to the Anti-Bullying Week 2021 celebration event from the Anti-Bullying Alliance. I'm Sakara, and I'm co-chairing the event with my friends from ABA, Rebecca and Rohan. We will be chairing today's event, which is all about celebrating the success of this year's Anti-Bullying Week 2021, One Kind Word. We've been involved in planning the week for the last few months, and it's great to see so many of you here. Just some quick housekeeping. Firstly, if you're happy to introduce yourselves, which I think some of you have already done, please do pop your name and organisation in the chat and say hi. We will have some live and some pre-recorded presentations. Please add comments and questions to the live chat feed throughout the event. We'd love to hear from you. And we're recording this session and it will be available on YouTube later this week, but the chat feed won't be visible in the recording. And now I'll hand over to Rebecca.
Without further ado, we would like to kick off the event with Claude Knight, Chair of the Anti-Bullying Alliance, who is going to tell us what Anti-Bullying Week is all about.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. As Rebecca said, my name is Claude Knight, and I'm the current chair of the Anti-Bullying Alliance. It's so good to have so many of you attending today's Anti-Bullying Week celebration event. The Anti-Bullying Alliance, the ABA, is a coalition of 150 organisations and individuals who come together to unite against bullying. It was established in 2002 by children's charities, the NSPCC and the National Children's Bureau, and is actually based at the National Children's Bureau. Each year, it works with young people and ABA members to deliver Anti-Bullying Week in England and Wales. Along with this important campaign, the ABA delivers free training and whole school programs for schools and settings that work with young people. Anti-Bullying Week has grown to become a very significant event in the calendar of children and adults alike. It provides a focal point for adults to listen to young people about their experiences of bullying and to reflect on how we as adults can improve our own approaches to preventing and responding to bullying, wherever it takes place. For example, online, at school, on the bus, in fact, anywhere at all. Each year, ABA works with young people to develop a theme for the year, and it creates tools and resources for schools, parents, and young people to help them bring Anti-Bullying Week to life. We mark the start of the week with Odd Socks Day. We ask people to wear odd socks to school, college, work, or at home to celebrate what makes us all unique and to raise awareness of bullying. I really enjoyed wearing my odd socks on Monday, and I shared this with neighbours and friends, and it gave me an opportunity to talk to them about the whole concept and what it was all about and what the idea of this important week was. It is estimated that Anti-Bullying Week takes place in almost 80% of schools in England, and that it reaches well over 7 million children. Each year, we trend on social media with many influencers and celebrities taking part. This year has been no different, as we'll find out later today. From the playground to Parliament, from our phones to our homes, we are raising awareness of bullying and starting vital conversations about how we can create kinder and more cohesive environments for children and young people to grow and learn safely. The theme for Anti-Bullying Week 2021 was developed with young people and is one kind word. We want to showcase that kindness can fuel kindness, and that together, and that's very important, together we can prevent bullying. We really can't do it alone, which is why we're so very grateful to each and every one of you, our members and partners who have supported Anti-Bullying Week this year. I want to say a big thank you to you all on behalf of Anti-Bullying Alliance and our advisory group. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Claude. Now we're going to take a look at the One Kind Word primary school video to hear a little bit more about this year's theme.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
If you do just one thing today,
Choose to be kind in what you say.
our words and actions set us free.
Speak with respect. You'll quickly see.
Friendship is what we will find.
We are what we choose, so let's be kind.
If you try just one thing new,
Show respect with what you do.
Coda es scheiß.
make a mark.
Lift your words up. Ignite the spark. Start the chain of kinder acts. Step out of line.
And don't look back.
If you share just one thing today,
Make it a smile.
Lead the way.
Spread the word. What will it be?
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Small actions help the world to see.
We can bring bullying to an end.
think before you click, like, share or send.
If you notice someone causing pain, how you act can be the change.
However, we can share and show.
छोटी चीज़ें दुनिया को लेकर करते मालूम होने के लिए.
One small gesture, thought or voice, each of us can make a choice.
Raise your voice. Tell the world. Join us in saying
One kind word. Inspire others to follow your lead. One kind word is all you need. If you do just one thing today,
Choose one kind word. What could you say?
Thank you to Unique Voice and all the schools and young people involved in making the film. Our next speaker is Seager-Smith, Anti-Bullying Alliance Advisory Group member and CEO of bullying prevention charity Kidscape, who is going to share with us some statistics from their survey about how children experience kindness.
Oh, thanks so much, Rebecca. Really lovely to be here with you all this afternoon. So Kidscape, a bullying prevention charity, work with Bounce Together, who provide wellbeing surveys for schools to just find out how kind are our schools. And we did this in the run-up to Anti-Bullying Week to really help schools prepare for their celebrations. We surveyed over 1,000 children from 200 schools, and we've still got loads of children filling in those surveys this week, so those numbers are going to grow. But when we did that initial report to have a look, what we found was a really overwhelmingly positive response. 3/4 of children agreed that people in school are kind to them. 88% said their teachers are kind, and 94%, really encouragingly, said that they are kind to others. But what we found also was that it wasn't an equal situation for all children and young people. Disabled children and those with additional needs were 3 times more likely to disagree that children were kind, and they were twice as likely to disagree that they can talk to a teacher if they're sad or scared or worried. We also found that kindness towards others who are seen as different seemed to decrease with age, with 7% of Year 7 pupils disagreeing that children are kind to others who are different, and that rising to 20% of Year 9 pupils. Older children also said that staff were a lot less likely to praise them for being kind to others. But the good news is there are really positive actions we can take, and I know lots of you have been taking those actions during this Anti-Bullying Week. So first of all, we can listen to children to really understand what they're experiencing within our schools. And surveys is one really good way to do this. And what we would like to see in other members of the Anti-Bullying Alliance is an annual government-backed survey to measure levels of bullying in all our schools and to really ask that question around how well are schools dealing with bullying. We also need to make a really big commitment to fostering inclusive cultures, and that includes the need to revise the history curriculum so it really tells our entwined stories, to transform our schools so that all children feel they belong, and that includes school staff that represent the communities in which they serve. and work with children, parents and staff to recognise and challenge all forms of racism, disableism, homophobia, biphobia, transphobia and misogyny. We've got to invest in training. We'd love to see mandatory anti-bullying training for all school staff and for governors, but also peer mentoring and assertiveness and resilience skill training for children. We've got to model and value kindness, and that goes for all of society, encouraging children of all ages to show kindness to one another and dedicate curriculum time, both formal and informal, to supporting the development of positive relationships and a real appreciation of difference in our school and our society. And finally, we've got to empower our children and young people to lead. It's wonderful to see the young people leading our session today, whether that's through peer mentoring, school councils or ambassador schemes. Finally, we asked children within that survey, what did kindness mean to them? And one really lovely quote really resonated with us. Kindness is like an antivirus. It kills the hatred on earth. And that's why this week is so important. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren, for sharing those findings. Thank you for sharing those findings. It's uplifting to hear that so many young people are experiencing kindness, but we know there's still a long way to go. Next, we're going to hear from Martha Evans, Director of the Anti-Bullying Alliance.
Hi, it's lovely to see so many of you here. Thank you all for coming. We try to make Anti-Bullying Week as positive and empowering as we can to help children to have conversations with adults about how we can reduce bullying, be it online or face-to-face. We try to do it in a fun way that enables children to hear about bullying without scaring them, but there's no getting away from the fact that bullying is a very serious issue that negatively affects the lives of many children and young people. On Monday, we released the results of our questionnaire of nearly 15,000 children and young people. The questionnaire was analysed by Professor Peter-Smith and his team at Goldsmiths University, and it was completed by children between September 2020 and March 2021. It had some worrying results. We found that 1 in 5 pupils in England report being bullied on a frequent basis. Frequency of bullying is important because we know that severe and frequent bullying is more likely to have ramifications on a young person's mental health and outcomes well into adulthood. We found that the equivalent of 1 child in every classroom is saying that they're frequently bullied, hit, kicked, or pushed by other children. Our results indicate that children with special educational needs and disabilities and children in receipt of free school meals are significantly more likely to experience frequent bullying. The Anti-Bullying Alliance's advisory group has developed a series of policy recommendations where we lay out changes that we'd like to see and what we believe will help schools to reduce bullying. They include recommendations such as capturing data on bullying-related school absence, requiring schools to have a lead member of staff responsible for a whole school anti-bullying approach, requiring tech companies to improve the way they keep children safe on their platforms, and anti-bullying training for trainee teachers. We're delighted to have received a grant from the Department for Education for the next 3 years to provide free whole school anti-bullying programme called United Against Bullying, available to all schools in England to help them on their journey of reducing bullying, particularly focusing on those groups most at risk of experiencing it. We're also providing online CPD training, which is available to any professional that works with children and young people. The need for Anti-Bullying Week is evident, and we know from an independent poll of young people that 93% of young people told us that Anti-Bullying Week helps raise awareness of bullying, and 86% said that it helps schools to tackle bullying. We've been taken aback this week by the millions of children and young people, schools, parents and carers and organisations up and down the country taking part in Anti-Bullying Week and Odd Socks Day. We've seen knitted odd socks in bunting, odd socks hand puppets, and even odd socks biscuits. So we're really grateful to you all for taking part. I'd like to thank all of our supporters for the week, including the young people who've helped us with planning and the schools who've taken part in our films. I'd also like to mention a few supporters now, so apologies for the list, but I didn't want to miss anybody out. I'd like to say thank you to Radna Fam, the Welsh Government, the Department for Education, Bullies Out, the band Bad Wolves, Facebook, Twinkle, BBC Teach, Twitter, Puffin Books, the musical Wicked, the Premier League Primary Stars, TikTok, Kidscape, Sprint Education, each and every one of our 150 members, and of course, Andy Day and his band, Andy and the Odd Socks. If we continue to think critically about our anti-bullying practice, role model respectful and kind behaviour, and listen to the voices of young people, we really can make a difference and reduce the number of children being bullied. And I really look forward to seeing you all next year for Anti-Bullying Week 2022.
Thanks, Martha, for highlighting the importance and impact Anti-Bullying Week has each year.
Next up, we are going to hear from a very special guest, Will Quince, Member of Parliament, Minister for Children and Families, who is responsible for preventing bullying in schools. The Minister has kindly pre-recorded a speech for us and will also be announcing the winners of the School Staff Award. Let's hear a very special message from Will Quince MP.
Good morning. If you had the opportunity to change someone's life, how many of you would take it? How many of us would show kindness to someone who's struggling and brighten up their lives? The reason I can join you with optimism today is that I know we would all jump at the opportunity to make the lives of those around us better. The truth is that sometimes, with the best intentions, we do not take this chance. The fact is that too many of us are unaware of the impact we can have through small, simple steps that give people a moment of hope. That is why this week is so important. And that is why I'm humbled to be invited to join you for Anti-Bullying Week, to demonstrate again that bullying has no place in our society and no place in our schools. And just as importantly, to celebrate every child, no matter where they are from or who they are. The reason I ask if you would change someone's life is that is what is at stake. I want to be candid with you because that is what it takes. Bullying has a massive impact on a child's life and it lasts well into adulthood. Those unfortunate enough to have experienced bullying face barriers to learning and are more likely to miss school, be excluded or suffer from depression. And let's be clear, bullying is not a rite of passage, it is wrong. But I believe there are legions of good, supportive, loving people out there who can be relied upon to lift a young person up when they're feeling down. My wife is a teacher, and while I hear upsetting stories of bullying, I hear astounding ones about young people who stand up against the bullies. We can all be proud of these young people. On Monday, I was fortunate enough to visit Wimbledon Park Primary School, an altogether gold school, where I met these inspirational young people and saw firsthand the work teachers working with children have done to address bullying. This year's Anti-Bullying Week theme is one kind word, and it was wonderful to see the children demonstrating one kind word in everything that they do. I take inspiration from these young people and I want to address a special word to them. This government will continue to support schools to prevent and tackle bullying and to promote diversity. I believe that schools must be safe places where children are taught to respect and celebrate each other's differences, where kindness is embedded into everything that we do, not just at school, but in all aspects of our lives. That is why we have sent a clear message to schools that all forms of bullying are unacceptable and have put a series of measures in place to support them. I'm delighted to announce that this week my department has confirmed funding worth over £1 million for 5 charities and organisations, including the Anti-Bullying Alliance, so that they can support schools and colleges to tackle all forms of bullying. No child should be bullied on account of who they are or where they come from, so these new projects will have a focus on preventing and tackling bullying of those with protected characteristics, including LGBT+, special educational needs and disabilities, and victims of hate-related bullying. I'm also honoured to have been asked to name the Anti-Bullying School Staff Award winners, and these staff members have gone above and beyond the call of duty to prevent and respond to bullying, and have helped raise awareness of the importance of tackling bullying in their schools. The winners are Mr. Connolly from Eastbury Community School, Mrs. Alison Ollett from Plume, Malden's Community Academy. Well done to you both. This is such an achievement and you should be proud of all that you've achieved in your schools and have the difference you have made to your pupils' lives. So congratulations. I'd like to finish off by saying a big thank you once again for all the amazing work that you're doing to tackle bullying and make Anti-Bullying Week 2021 a big success. And I ask you all, when the opportunity comes to change someone's life, to take it, to stand up for them, give them hope and show them kindness. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the Minister for preparing a speech for our event today to celebrate all the hard work for schools on the programme. And also congratulations to the winners of the School Staff Award.
Okay, next we are, am I unmuted? Yes, I am. It told me I wasn't, but I am. My laptop is lying to me. Next, we're going to take a look at the secondary school video, which was created by Unique Voice. In this video, we will hear the words written by students from the schools involved, which outline the power that one kind word can have.
Our actions and words are powerful.
They can change our minds, our thoughts, our feelings.
Be it online, emotional,
physical.
Bullying affects us all. It hurts.
It scars.
It shames.
It pressures us.
It changes us.
And that negativity is infectious,
convincing us it can't be stopped.
But change has to start somewhere.
Kindness is
respect,
support. Kindness is unity.
Kindness is including someone.
Kindness is beautiful. How we say, do, click, write, share,
and post means something.
When we show kindness by giving a smile.
Not sharing that video.
Including someone.
Saying stop.
Our small actions make a big difference.
And that kindness is contagious. It flows through us like a waterfall.
Like a ripple that becomes a tidal wave.
So let's make it a new normal.
Pass that kindness on.
All it takes is one small change to start the chain of kindness.
One kind word could
make their day much better.
Make us feel less alone.
One kind word can lift others up.
They can change our confidence.
What a difference one kind word can make.
Thank you to the students involved for sharing those important, creative and impactful words. Now I believe it's over to Rohan again.
We now have a very special guest speaker, the Anti-Bullying Alliance's patron, CBeebies star and lead singer of Andy and the Odd Socks, Andy Day. Welcome, Andy.
Welcome. Hello, guys. How you doing? I'm honoured to be a part of this event. I appreciate being able to speak to you all about our involvement with Anti-Bullying Week, but especially the Anti-Bullying Alliance. My band, Andy and the Odd Socks, formed in 2017, which came from my love of music and wanting to create a band that not only both children and adults could love together, but also one that celebrated diversity and individuality, because that's what being an odd sock is all about. The same year we formed, we came across the incredible work that Martha Evans and her team have been doing for the Anti-Bullying Alliance. That year, the charity's theme for Anti-Bullying Week was all different, all equal, which aligned with our band's message perfectly. One of the first songs that the Odd Socks recorded was a track called Unique. And that was all about being different and accepting that we're all individual, and that should be celebrated. So it was a perfect partnership between ourselves and the Anti-Bullying Alliance, and we decided to create Odd Socks Day to launch Anti-Bullying Week in a really fun and inclusive way for primary school children. We wanted to do something that was easy for young children to understand and easy to get involved with. And wearing a pair of odd socks is the perfect way to visually show how being different is a good thing. That first year we had 30,000 children taking part, which was a great start. And it made us realise our message really resonated with children. And now to see how much Odd Socks Day has grown over the last 4 years is just incredible. The number this year has grown to over 7 million. To see Odd Socks Day become a yearly event in the school's calendar and part of their learning programme, and also increase beyond primary schools through to secondary schools, the Premier League, Parliament, excuse the siren in the background, businesses, news presenters and celebrities has been absolutely incredible. We've also seen it spread across the world with schools in the USA, Dubai, Malaysia, Iran, Nigeria, and Europe taking part. Through the conversation that Martha has each year and talking to the schools and children about what anti-bullying means to them, the theme always comes from a place of learning and understanding. The theme for this year is one kind word, as we know. And again, it really struck a chord with us. We can't underestimate the power that words have. And I think bringing home how important it is to be kind is more important than ever. The last 2 years has had a devastating impact on our young children. And we hope that our message resonates with not only children, but adults too. We were so happy to be able to involve school children in our video again this year. We ran a competition last year for winning schools to be a part of the song. We chose 20 schools from across the country to be a part of, from England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. As was the case last year with the disruption of COVID, creating a video with school children in was always going to have logistical challenges. But we were blown away again with the brilliant videos that the teachers managed to record with their pupils. They really got on board with the message and managed to capture such wonderful moments of children singing, dancing, and having fun with the song. Watching and hearing children sing along to our songs that we've created for Anti-Bullying Week has always been one of my highlights. And all being well, we hope we're able to get back to visiting schools and performing to them again in 2022. We also want to say thank you to Isabella Signs for her brilliant support of the BSL version again this year. And also this year, we thought it would be a fun way to involve pets. As some of you might have seen, we thought we'd get a few pictures of dogs wearing odd socks, but we're also so surprised to see cats, hamsters. I heard a minute ago that there was mice as well, even horses wearing odd socks. I'm proud to be a patron of the ABA and love the challenge of writing new songs with the Odd Socks team and look forward to what next year brings. So I think now we're about to see some pictures and videos sent from schools and people who took part this year, and I look forward to it. So thanks for all your support, guys. Thank you.
A massive thank you to Andy Day for joining us today.
No problem.
I'm afraid that's all we have time for, but if you have any questions or want to share about your work, then please do drop the Anti-Bullying Alliance an email after the event. A huge thank you to all our speakers, to everyone who has joined the event today, and everyone who has taken part in Anti-Bullying Week this year. We'd like to finish this event today by sharing with you some of our favourite images from social media this week, accompanied by Andy and the Odd Socks' amazing new song, One Kind Word, recorded especially for Anti-Bullying Week.
One kind word!
There's words and words and words and words and words and words and words. Let me tell you what words can do. One word leads right to the next like a chain reaction with big effects. When you're saying how it is, how it should be, keep in mind that you know how it could be. Plant the seeds and then you'll know that the best words grow and grow and grow. Watch them fly free as a bird and start it off with one kind word. Everybody everywhere, everyone can feel it, feel it. Everybody everywhere, everyone can use it, use it. Everybody everywhere, everyone can do it, do it. Everybody everywhere, everyone can say it, say it. All you need is one kind word. All you need is one kind word. All you need is one kind word. Time to find it, get behind it. Striding right up to make a scene. I puffed out chest like a main machine. Chit chat, back chat, tell him where it's at. But it's gone down like a pancake flat. Cause everybody's heard it all before. You might as well just leave it at the door. Sounds absurd, but haven't you heard? All you need is one kind word. Everybody everywhere, everyone can feel it, feel it. Everybody everywhere, everyone can use it, use it. Everybody everywhere, everyone can do it, do it. Everybody everywhere, everyone can say it, say it. All you need is one kind word. All you need is one kind word. All you need is
Enjoy, and thanks again for everyone for coming. Goodbye.